time for a much-needed and much-welcome diversion. The NFL is back. Here we go, Week 1. Now this will make it into the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25-yard line. First down, Mayfield. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down.
Sometimes you need a foe, one to keep your eyes open, keep you on your toes. You know the ones that want to keep you where you've been before. But I can't
behind the sticks here with a 2nd and 15. From the gun, Mayfield. And he completes it to Hunt. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds.
Complete. Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a third down.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. He's got his tight end, David Njoku. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. Big yardage there for the Browns, 18.
First down.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target, and he didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius, understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball, and puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
Across midfield he goes into Raven territory. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
They'll run with Hunt on 2nd down. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
3rd down.
He's got Njoku, his big tight end. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another first down.
First down.
On 1st and 10, Mayfield. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now they return to the ground game. Chubb. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. You might remember Nick Chubb. He had a heck of a game last year in Week 4 in what turned out to be a 40-25 Browns win over these Ravens. He finished with 165 yards, 3 rushing touchdowns. Of course, never fear for the Ravens, though. After that loss, they went on a run. They would win their next 12 in a row to finish the regular season at 14-2. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a first down. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold them to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
They go with Chubb on second down. And down inside the 15 he goes. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
First down, they'll run with Chubb. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. A 13-yard touchdown run. And the Browns take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. For the extra point. Excellent start there. First drive of the season. Big-time success putting it in the end zone.
And remember, that was done without any real map of how to do it. In other words, the deeper you get into the season, you got game film to work off of, tendencies to work off of. The first drive of the season, things can be entirely different than what you've seen in the past. It's a really good job of execution by them.
Catch made at the 25-yard line. The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now first and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll run for the first time with J.K. Dobbins. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. Denzel Ward, the number 4 pick in the 2018 draft, making the tackle from his corner spot. Off the play fake to Dobbins, here's Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. Intercepted. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on first down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you're throwing it at the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it off, or you throw it away, throw it over the sideline. Don't try and freelance and try and make a bigger play. There's really no one else running a pattern that should be open.
A gain of 4.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
On third down, Mayfield. He'll get this to Chubb out of the backfield. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That third down conversion good for 23.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Browns 7, Ravens nothing.
So here's a first and 10 now, down inside the 20. Running with Hunt here out of the shotgun. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15, a gain of 3. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Mayfield down. They'll go screen here to Hunt. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4.
Mayfield's pass complete to Kareem Hunt. 1st and goal at the 4-yard line.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and goal.
2nd and goal at the 5-yard line.
Back to the ground. This time it's Chubb. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal. They'll give it to Chubb. And he'll barrel his way into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Browns add 6 to their lead. Now Parkey for the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0.
Makes the score Browns 14, Ravens nothing.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still 2nd quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay.
3rd and 8.
They go play action now. Jackson. And he's got his man, Marquise Brown. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Nice 3rd down conversion and even 20 yards. It's worth noting when you talk about Jackson's running ability, the Baltimore wide receivers had just over 1,400 receiving yards combined last year. And, Charles, that was the fewest yards by a wide receiver group in the NFL since 2011.
And, partner, I expect that number to go up this year. Last season, Lamar Jackson got very comfortable with his tight end group. In fact, he had one tight end that went to the Pro Bowl. But I think now, because of his ability to run the ball, it'll bring defenders closer to the line of scrimmage, and you'll see more big plays from the wide receivers downfield.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 41. Right back to Dobbins on 1st. And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38.
B.J. Goodson made
Well, every now and then we have to let a cliche fly, partner. And in this case, what do they say in the NFL? Your best ability is often your availability. And this is an extremely durable kid coming out of Ohio State. Carried the ball every time they even thought about running it. Wore down defenses and able to break big runs late in games. J.K. Dobbins going to Baltimore, an absolute perfect fit.
And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete. first down marker at the 31. It's third down. Jackson from the shotgun. Open man is Duvernay. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
That is definitely what we call on defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Check nickel, nickel, nickel. Slam, slam, slam. Yo. Check, 55, come on. Check.
One more time with Dobbins. Only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8.
Again, the ball carrier.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Third and
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. He was only able to pick up a yard, and that's going to leave him with a long 4th and goal.
It's now 4th and
2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0.
Tucker on for the field goal. A 23-yard attempt.
We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good.
Makes the score.
And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone, get you 6?
The Browns drive about to get started. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Tyus Bowser gets him for a loss of 10 yards from his linebacker spot.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Mayfield. That one is caught by Hunt. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
Third down.
Mayfield looks to throw. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off by Terrell Suggs. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. How about the big boys snagging one? You don't see that every week.
No, you don't, but a lot of them are just reliving their old dreams, going back to when they were in youth football and in high school. They didn't always play defensive line. Some of them actually handled the football, and you can see the flashback when he grabbed that one.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Hollywood Brown, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up second down.
Greedy Williams on the coverage.
They go play action with Jackson. That's taken in by Duvernay. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. 18 yards there, and it'll be a first and goal.
First down and goal to go.
So not quite a first and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. They'll run with Dobbins. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 5-yard line.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal.
Watch the safety creep.
And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line.
The tackle made.
Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. They'll come out in the pistol. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal.
Check 93's the mic. 93's the mic. Hey, that QB's trash. Let's go. Check 93's the mic. Push it off.
This time, Jackson will throw it. The Browns D locked in on 3rd down. Brings up 4th. So they opted to pass for it on 3rd and goal. Let's see what they do on 4th and goal.
Well, I think they threw it with the idea that if they didn't get it, they would go for it on 4th and goal. So they've got another play in their pocket. They're going to have to call it right now. No field goal here.
No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
Tucker now following the made field goal, set to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you've got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
And the
last drive he threw the pick, but he's not shy. He's going downfield again there.
And you can't be, because if you back off after throwing an interception, your whole game plan just goes right out the window, and it makes things easier for a defense. And you and I both know there's a quarterback in this league that's any good that doesn't throw an interception occasionally, and they usually bounce back in a big way. I've seen guys throw 5 and still find a way to win the game in the end.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, they run it with Hunt. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
A 2nd down throw for Mayfield. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
But one thing's for sure, when you've got a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you're going to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Throwing, Mayfield. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left.
Intended for Jarvis Landry. Incomplete. Brings up 4th down.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. Mayfield with it once more. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Mayfield's pass intercepted. The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 46-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
And now this throw incomplete, and that is how this first half will come to an end. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, we'll see if week one fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he returns this to the 22.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard. Play action. It's Jackson. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, you got to think that sooner or later, they're going to hit one of those, but the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play.
They tried the throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards the play.
At the 49-yard line.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 49-yard line. Jackson on a give to Dobbins. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
The tackle made at the 47-yard line. A gain of a yard.
Play action. Now Jackson. He'll buy some time right. He's going to take off with it. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20.
Now, those are the ones that hurt defensively. You do everything right. Excellent pressure, good coverage downfield, and then he slips out the back door and turns it into a nice gain.
And now a timeout called defensively by the Browns. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. They'll run the jet sweep with Brown. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
The ball carrier. He was taken down by Grant Delpit. 1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 20-yard line.
Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys. Mike, 55. Check.
And now Jackson will look to throw it, escaping the pressure right. Now he'll pull it down. Jackson always a threat to run. He's got the first down. He was the NFL's leading rusher among QBs a year ago.
1st and goal at the 8-yard line.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pick up a 3.
Ball carrier.
We're getting close to the end zone, and you know that rookie wants the ball back. He's looking for his first career touchdown.
He certainly is, and you just wonder with the coaching staff, is it trust in him this early? Or are they trying to get him going, give him confidence early in his NFL career? Either way, they want him to score.
Again, the ball carrier.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
A big play if you think about it right now in this season opener. It's 3rd and goal. He can run for it, and he will. And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. He'll get a couple of yards on the keeper, but it's going to lead to a 4th down. The offense is going to stay out there. We'll see what the play call is. They need to find the right one here on 4th and goal. They're going for it with Dobbins. And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. J.K. Dobbins with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And now the Ravens, they're just a 2-point conversion away from tying this up. And they'll try to run it in with Dobbins. And he's not going to get there. So they come up empty on the 2-point conversion, and they are unable to tie up this football game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25.
25-yard line.
The Browns' drive about to get started. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
Down, Browns.
They run again on first down, Chubb. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
And it brings up 3rd down.
Just let me breathe for a minute, man. Just let me breathe for a minute.
Mayfield from the gun on 3rd down. Gets this to Kareem Hunt, his running back. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17.
Nice grab there by Kareem Hunt. It's going to be fun to watch him expand his game here in 2020. Versatile in the passing game, can carry it on the ground as well. Remember, he only played about half the season in 2019. 37 catches and a touchdown during that time. He's going to find more snaps this year and really expand this offense.
A gain of 11 more on that one and another first down. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now it's Hunt. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. gives this one to Hunt. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland.
Touchdown.
Kareem Hunt, 28 yards. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage.
Cody.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Taken in the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the fourth quarter. This drive becomes very critical. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
That's going to set him back 5 yards. Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15.
Hey, middle. Right here. Look, Mike 51. Hey, let's go.
From the gun, Jackson. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. And the man with a big new contract, Myles Garrett, in there to take him down.
There's Myles Garrett forcing another offensive lineman to yell, look out, to his quarterback as he ends up putting him on the deck. 30.5 sacks in his first 3 seasons. Easily one of the best 3-down defensive ends in the NFL.
Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. And now the Browns are going to take another timeout. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile.
Check 50. 36. Check 3. 25. Check 25. Check 20. Check 52. Ready? Go check.
From the gun, it's Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off, and his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
At their own,
they set themselves behind the chains, tried to get it all back in one play, and it backfired.
Didn't it feel like a pitcher working his way into a 3-0 count, right? You're behind. What do your coaches always tell you? Get it back 1 pitch at a time. In this case, they tried to get it back right away, and it didn't work out.
He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, They've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
The line of scrimmage.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
At the Ravens' 34-yard line.
A run for Nick Chubb. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there. And on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously. But at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down.
16-yard line.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll take this one down near the 15. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. The Browns on 3rd down. They've hit on 6 of their 8 tries. Very good. This is 3rd and 9. Here's Mayfield. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. The interception was a great starting point, but now they need points pretty quickly, down 2 scores. He's going to try and go deep again. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
To throw is Jackson. Off the play fake. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one good for 26 and a first down.
Raven.
Off play action. Jackson. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked. But instead, they'll keep it on 2nd down.
It's now 2nd down.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
Jackson hit, and he lost the football. But it looked like a Raven was able to get in there, and they will indeed keep the possession. Fortunate to get that football back, because trailing here in the 2nd half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there, their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now Jackson, off play action. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Myles Garrett in there to drop him as that clock continues to run.
7-yard line.
Off the play fake. Jackson. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is intercepted by the Pro Bowl cornerback Denzel Ward. And it's a good return here as he'll get all the way up close to the 35.
Intercepted by the Browns.
Obviously disappointing, but you had to go for broke here, down 2 scores. So that forced you to make some throws you definitely wouldn't want to make. And I think this interception is going to pretty much write an end to this one.
The Browns drive about to get started, and a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but Very little reason to use him at this point. Now a throw here going to be taken in by the tight end, Njoku. And they're going to have this in a great spot way down in Baltimore territory. It's a big play there for the Browns. 56 yards. And he completes it to Hunt. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Kareem Hunt, already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points. So up comes Mayfield as his guys will go for 2. To throw, Mayfield, and they don't get it. They tried for the 2-point conversion there, but unsuccessful.
Score Browns 27, Ravens 12.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded in the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4. He's got a man, complete. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A gain of 32 that time.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Off the play fake to Dobbins. Here's Jackson. It's complete to Brown, right side. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Okay, so they got the score. Do you go for 1 here and save the possible 2-point conversion for later?
I think you do, because if you go for 2 here and you don't get it, that's deflation. Yeah. Now you wonder why you're even going for it. Take the easy one now and come back and try and get it later.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point as this gets them back within a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. So still a chance with just over 20 seconds to go, but they need to get this one back, no doubt. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Hunt. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down. They run again with Hunt. And he's going to come up a few yards short of the 1st. They get him to the ground at the 37. And with just inside of 10 seconds to go, they'll burn their final timeout. 9 seconds left.
4th down.
And here's a big one now. Try to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll try and run for it. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Now Hunt. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And he's got it all the way down to the 12-yard line. So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? Preseason behind us. All these games count now, don't they?
Yeah, this is the exciting time with just 1 week gone and plenty of weeks to come. So for Cleveland, hey, you get a win, you get it on the road. You can't ask for much more than that to start the year. And they'll return home next week to take on the Cincinnati Bengals. Meanwhile, for the Ravens, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to Houston to take on the Texans. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew,